Welcome, my name's Brian Knight, and I live near Melbourne, Australia, and it's just after 5 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday. Welcome, Tom.
Hi, Brian.
Let's go and have a look at this. Uh, Welcome to this live FOREX analysis session. Just note any trades discussed in the group will be classed as educational only. Uh, that's because we're a group of people helping each other, and we're not financial advisors. So please don't take trades that you're happy to take based on your own analysis, because that's all we do. There is a full risk disclosure. Bit about us as live session traders there. So the market's done a bit of a pullback. In anyway, AUDs. So right there. So yeah, so all of that pushed down is now pulled back up. Hmm. Well, that's okay though. Um, Interesting in it. It sort of goes from 2% back to like 1.5. It's like anyway, that's okay. Still think we're in a sell trend that's coming back down here. It's just done a little push up. This is what we're talking your Monday still, isn't it?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is today Monday or Tuesday?
There's only
No,
you
it's
here.
Monday. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I had to step away. I'm sorry. I had to step away for a moment.
No, that's quite okay. It's no problem at all. Yeah,
A
so
cad.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only
Look at
Monday,
that.
and yes, that's a little pullback. That's all right. Let's see if we can continue down for once all this stuff in the Middle East keeps happening. I mean, the prospect is that Aussie dollar will keep weakening off. But anyway, AUDCHF, that pulled up again as well. Same sort of thing. And we got AUD JPY. So it's good if someone wants to get into them.
I'm
Yeah,
in
look,
this one.
you are for the buy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think it'll buy very much though. But that's all right. If you're going to get something out of it, great. I still reckon we'll sell. We'll sell out. AUD NZD. It might be changed. Look, this is just still. I mean, I did get in back up here, so I'm still in a positive situation, but it's creating bricks back up now. I think it's just doing a pullback, to be honest. And see that drop, it'll probably come back to the wide or whatever and then push back down again. Still looking for that to sell further. So there is just the patience, patience of whatever with currently what's happening. AUD Singapore, that also pulled back up, Aussie dollar. Somewhere it's got some strength. I don't know why. But and then AUD USD that would have it's jumped up as well.
I'm in this one too.
Yeah, for the buy you would, all right.
Yeah.
I'll agree with this one. The others I think are really just short term pullbacks before it turns around again. Oh, that's good if you're in this, in the buy.
Yeah, I don't know how much it's gonna last.
I think, yeah, we'll see there. Yeah, correct. It's a wait and see how long it'll last. So yes, there is a lot of conflict happening in the world and a lot of stuff going on, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Listening to something last night, they were saying that Israel felt it needed to do something because the enrichment program, they had 60%, and it doesn't take long to get to 90%. And once they get 90%, then they can make an atomic bomb out of 90%.
They were down to 2 days.
Apparently, they're saying, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just yeah. Anyway, it's amazing what you can do in the back room, isn't it? Um, right. So that's all the AUDs at the moment. They are buying at the moment, but I personally think it might be a bit short-lived, except for this AUD USD. All right, CAD CHF. That also too has turned around a bit. So if you had got into that sell, it's just doing a pullback. I don't know whether this is part of that whole, G7 meeting stuff going on or what it is, but you can see where it's just jumping around within these two sort of sections again. And then CAD J. Whoa, that went off. I was waiting for that to do a pullback and it didn't. Oh well, missed that one. We'll still get a pullback probably. Welcome, Darren.
Right.
You feverishly running a whole lot of EAs, eh? Or I got to watch a little bit of what's his name? Petrov or
Petko Alexander Volvo, I think it is, isn't it? Yeah.
oh God, you got his name sorted even. A bit of the whole video and editing. It's like someone running around.
It's
Anyway,
quite fast, yeah. Yeah. No, I am sort of delving into it, I am having a bit of a go, so
it's actually quite interesting though too, Darren. I mean, he's
it
got
is.
there's a number. It's like there's sort of like different. I don't know. What do you call it? It's like the black, and then he's got the something else, and then there's a whole lot of different options. You're sort of wondering, well, like, wouldn't you focus on the ones that are any good rather than, I think it's just really about making sales on it to a certain extent.
I think it's spreading risk as well. I think that's the other thing.
Yeah, maybe.
By having like a portfolio of these things running. Uh,
Hmm.
but yeah, no, it is just quite
A
interesting.
lot
Look
of
at
a,
one
a
on
lot of the a lot of time I'm noticing, Darren, that he's not using them as they are created. There's each one of them has some sort of like a manipulation
oh yeah.
from his point of view to have it at least profitable, but maybe more profitable.
Well, I think there's a when he keeps talking about his team. So I think there are a few of them. If you look on the website, I think so I think they're testing them on demo accounts and tweaking the settings. And I mean, I was looking at one that runs on Euro CHF. Unusually,
Yeah,
that's what it's designed for. And there are different options in there. There's this recommended standard settings, but then there's a low risk, medium risk, and high risk
yeah,
option. And then um, there's an additional sort of hedging option that starts to kick in if you've got sort of five trades. If you get to five positions running against you, when it sort of adds positions, then there's this sort of hedging option that then kicks in. But again, that's something you can turn on or off. I suppose it all comes down to appetite, risk appetite,
yeah.
whether you're going to go for it, you want to sort of grow the account quickly and take that extra risk, or just do it sort of slowly but sort of surely, build it up. So
Hmm.
yeah, interesting.
It is very interesting. Yeah, no, it's just watching.
I mean, the ones to be interested in, I think, are those that have, they've live tested and then there's historic back testing going over a long period, not something that's just sort of been around,
Yeah.
sort of 6 months. So you can look historically at what the maximum drawdown would have been, and those sorts of things. And again, that comes down to risk appetite. See some of these where they showed it, drawdown hit 49% of the maximum, and that's a lot, isn't it? Half the
Yeah.
account. I mean, you'd be sweating if you got to that figure, wouldn't you? Because it just needs.
Well, it would also be potentially pushing from a leverage and
Oh God, yeah,
depends on what the leverage is on the account. I mean, there are also other aspects to need to consider. I mean, what are they recommending as a minimum account balance for it to be functional?
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
What leverage will it be? Will it accept that's viable?
yeah,
All of those sorts of things, because you'll end up margining out. That's
yeah, yeah,
But if you maybe you got 1 to 500 and you got 10,000 accounts sort of thing, or a million, whatever it is, then 49%. Well, you can probably or the account can probably
Well, I've
handle.
set this Euro CHF to the low risk setting. I don't. I just want to sort of dip my toe in the
Tinker with
water
it.
carefully at this stage and just have a look,
Yeah, yeah,
see how it goes. I mean, there's also a sort of a maximum. Hard to word, like a monetary stop loss, I think, in there as well, which you can
yeah,
have on or off. So you can rely on these big stop losses that the positions have, which gives them all this room to recover, but then you can have an absolute monetary stop loss to
yeah,
protect your account from actually blowing your account. So again, there's lots of variables to these things, which are sort of left to you the individual to
yeah.
make your mind up, really. And that's why I
I
think
know.
some of these videos, I think that's where they come in quite useful.
Yeah, I was
The
looking
testing.
yesterday. There was one for a multi. I think it was about 5 pairs or something. So it was running 5 pairs in. I can't remember what pairs they were, but
Yeah,
but it was a multi one. So it was like spreading the risk and also spreading potential profits over a couple of
yeah,
pairs.
yeah.
I mean, yeah. So it just depends on, and I think the majority that they're selling are like a one-off fee type
Yeah.
situation.
Mm.
But yeah, it's interesting. It's
There are
like,
some free ones that work. If you've got Petco, and there's the other one in that group. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. This South African dude. Can't think of his name now, but there's a video out there where he's been testing this free that's free to get off MQL marketplace. When you're on your
oh yeah, yeah,
MT, yeah. There are a couple of free ones out there, so you can find that video. He does look at some of these free ones, and they seem to be quite good. But you would certainly you need to look at the settings on those and have a bit of knowledge to get those right. But if you can find out, that's worth a look as well.
hmm, hmm.
That's completely free. Um,
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, it's interesting in my mind. I'm going like, well, if it's completely free, is it
oh
going
yeah,
to like is it going to work for us? But anyway. There's a bit more time I need to sort of allocate to it, I suppose. That's where I'm with
yeah,
it. Anyway,
yeah.
so KJ, yeah, pushing back up past this point. That's I don't know whether we're now in an uptrend on this. As I
It does
said,
look like that was the turn, doesn't it? Now at the bottom there,
yeah,
certainly.
yeah, yeah. You
Yeah,
don't know, do you, until
yeah.
after
This
the
this is
event?
it. This is it.
But yeah,
No,
CAD seems to be strengthening up. All right, CHF JPY, that also too has kept pushing up. So the JPY is really not as weakened off enough. The other currencies against it are pushed through. Right. Euro AUD. It's pulled back down. That's good. I want it to pull down just a bit further before it gets to that Tuesday, Wednesday, and then push itself back up again. Yeah, all those AUDs have gained a bit of strength. So against the euro means the euro's pull back down. All right, euro CAD. That'd be interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Euro. Yeah. It's dropped off as well because the CAD strengthened up. You look at the fake out. It pushed up and then boom, just pulled back down. Like, well, I wouldn't have got into that because of the wick on it anyway. But if you had got in earlier, that's nearly sort of would be back nearly to test out some sort of stop loss. Euro CHF. Now that is a significant opposite, like push up from that. Like
I'm in this.
you are, yeah. Yeah, I should have set myself up with a buy stop. I think we might get it. We'll see if we get a little pullback and then I can jump in on that one. I think this will keep pushing up, Tom. Hopefully you might be out if it pulls back though, but there's a fair bit here it doesn't want to sort of get past, but we'll see if it does. Looks like it might get some energy. Euro GBP. You get into that as well?
No.
Okay. Yeah, missed the entry on that one. It's crossed over. It's not changed yet. We'll see. Euro JPY. Now that is a good push up from that JPY. Push down. Yeah, I reckon it's got further to go now. Let's see if we get it Tuesday. Let's see if we get a Tuesday. Let's see if we get a Tuesday pullback on that one. If it does, pull back there, I can get something. I could always put a limit, couldn't I? All right. Euro NZD. Wow. There we go. Let's pull back.
I'm into the short.
I think it is going to sell out too. In actual fact, Euro NZD, where am I over here? Yeah. Order on that. Oh, you guys are in the way. Okay. We'll do a sell stop on that. 10297. I know, I'm going to put there 19080. Oh, 61 away from it. What do we do? 6, 7. Anyway, it's still a right now. It's going to be quite a large stop loss, though. That's okay. What it'll need to be. All right, let's put an order on that with this. Are you already in it, Tom, or are you waiting to get into it?
Well, it's my entry is at the bottom of your blue brick right there, and it triggered me in.
Yeah, okay. Right, yeah. Well, you're getting in earlier than the than the short. Okay. You're Singapore, which you don't trade. That's okay. Doesn't pull back. That's all right. You're USD. That did pull back a bit. That's good. Let's see. It broke out of that. But I think, yeah. Keeps pushing up, doesn't it? All right, let's wait for this pullback and then hopefully be able to get into that on the buy. All right, GBPs, GA. Good. Now, where are we at? We're below. It's too early to get into that. Anyway, all right, I'll leave that as a, because I want to put a buy stop in. I think it will buy back up. But then you got, like, it's in this middle, isn't it? Between the high and the low. Anyway, okay. GCAD. You in this for the short, Tom?
I'm just waiting to trigger in.
Yeah.
My entry is down there at that blue brick without the wick.
That one.
Yep.
It's not very far down, is it?
Nope.
Right there. Oh, that's probably spread will probably kick in on that one.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. I'll wait till after spread. GBP CHF. Oh, that's nice. Let's pull back up. That's good.
Yeah, I'm in this one too.
What, for the buy?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I think this will just pull up and then sell out.
Yeah, probably.
That's okay for you. 1, 2, 3, that's good. I'll have a look at that one as well when I get back. What are these GBPs? Okay. Whoa. GJ. Okay. That as well. It's broken out of that lot anyway. Okay, GN. With a. Oh, okay. It's definitely not the way thought that was going to go.
Yeah, another one that just can't make its mind up.
No. No, it goes long, short, long, short. It's all over the shop, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I think that's like all the NZD. We'll just see when we get down. You know, it's GN, that's not GU now. Is that pushed up further? No, it's pulled back. Okay, it's good. Oh, not enough. Okay. He's still in that one though, Darren.
No,
Okay.
it was,
No, you got knocked out of that?
I profited out a while
Okay.
ago on this one. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Oh, I've got a whole lot of GBPs I want to look at when I get back. NCAD. Look at that. Sell that and then just push straight back.
I'm in this for the buy.
There weren't many gaps as we predicted, were there?
No, there were not many. You're absolutely right, Darren. I predicted incorrectly.
Yeah.
I thought after that weekend of like stuff that wasn't there on the Friday, all of a sudden but no. I think the market's starting to go like, hey, this is going to be unpredictable anyway. So that's pulled back up again. You think this will buy, do you, Tom?
It's not a matter of, it's not, for me, it's not a matter of thinking it's going to. I'm just following my rules.
Yeah, okay.
It made a lower low from a
Low.
lower
Yeah, yeah.
high.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking for it to make a higher high or just a
Yeah, yeah.
high,
Yeah.
beating these blue ones at the top.
Yeah. Yep.
So for me, it's only got to go to the top of the blue
Yeah, that one
brick,
over
and I
here.
can profit out. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
okay.
I'm already in.
Okay. All right, NZDCH, because these have just been sideways for so long. That push down, that looks like as if it's a fake out and it's pushing up. It could just continue up as well, too, Tom.
It could do anything, absolutely.
Yeah, I know. And while you're in it, it doesn't matter. You're still gonna be able to get if it makes anything weird. Okay, NJ as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I bought that one. Now I'm almost starting
Yeah.
to regret it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not setting up the way I want you to continue.
Oh, it looks like it's pushing past the.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
going to sweep that top and do a pullback first,
yeah. And then maybe take off.
wipe out everybody else that bought, and then take off again.
Yeah, I think it will. Well, hopefully it pulls back so I can put in a. Anyway, okay, NU, I think that should be the same. Yeah, let's push back up as well. See there, it's pushing past the prices up above that wick. That's good. But we still have this Tuesday, Wednesday to come. Okay, Singapore, Japanese yen. That's done a nice push up. UCAD, sell out? Yeah, a little bit though, not much. Still profiting for you though, Jack.
Yeah, still in it. It's
Just
inching its way
crawling.
down, crawling
Just
down.
crawling.
Yeah,
Okay. You got it, was it beggars can't be choosers, mate? Yeah.
yeah, I think you're right.
USDCHF has done a push up. That's good. I'll be able to put in what will I get for that one? How far off is that? Hang on. Only 30, it's not enough. Okay. I'll just wait until spread finishes and then I'll get into selling that. UJ. Look how feeble that is. Every other JPY has got this enormous candle. You come to UJ and it's this pathetic little thing. Okay. USD Singapore still going down. It has pulled back up. That's nice. Get to that. Where's gold? Oh no, it's pulled back down. Why is that? That's weird. Maybe it's getting ready to push up higher. Something happened that I don't know about. No, Middle East is still being crazy.
Yeah,
Right.
the pullback. So
Silver's gone sideways as well. It's like after that big push up, it's just making its mind up. I suppose once you use all that silver in all those ballistic missiles, you want to go and buy more quickly, wouldn't you? Maybe they're stockpiled it already. Bitcoin's 108. Okay, let's push back up. And oil is only 71. Why is
pull
that
back
done?
today.
Eh?
Yeah, pull
Why
back
is it?
today on oil.
Yeah, I know, but why has it done that big? That's what I'm saying. The uncertainty in that Middle East is ratcheting up,
Yeah.
but the market pulls back.
Well, I think it was the moving so fast there. That's just a natural pullback, perhaps.
To balance it out, you think?
Yeah. So I would, well, would be my guess. I
All
saw
right,
that
mate.
Iranian TV station it was hit by a bomb while they were live broadcasting. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah. She's busy reading the news. The next thing there's all bits of ceiling coming down, and she sort of runs off. Safety. But the Israelis are quite open about it. They'll deliberately target a specific target, take out
Yeah.
the take out the
infrastructure and
take out the
and
propaganda channel. They
yeah,
can. I don't. They're going for regime change. I think
yeah.
that's what they're going for.
Yeah, well, apparently there's a fair, well, the word is that there's unrest on the street and like
Well, there
they're,
has been for years, hasn't there?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Thing is, these, I don't think anybody would in the West would be sorry to see the back of that particular regime. But the problem with these things is there's never a plan for what follows, is there?
No, and then they end up stepping in on,
You just get chaos afterwards,
yeah.
civil war, infighting, different
Yeah, well,
factions.
I don't know. Syria's been a bit of a,
It has actually. It's not been, it seems to have been too bad, does it? Since
well, I suppose
no,
if you're dead in Syria, I suppose it hasn't been that good, but
no,
but yeah, it hasn't had as much unrest as what was
not
maybe
not that we've
predicted.
heard of. No, no. But I mean, you
Yeah.
look at Iraq. Iraq was a mess, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah, for a long
Um,
time.
you could see Iran going the same way, but I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, well, And then there's I don't know if you'd seen some Middle Eastern, I don't know whether it was Qatar or so, anyway, some country wants to buy up our Santos, which is our sort of gas and exploration Australian company, like
Yeah,
36 billion or something dollars they want to buy, but I'm pretty sure the government won't allow it to occur.
no,
And there were two secret deals that happened 12 months ago that no one was told about, so
yeah,
it's interesting stuff. So they're all, that whole fossil fuel industry is just trying to grab more and more and more of it as it goes uh, down the tubes a bit, but we tend to be using a lot more of it. It's just crazy.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway. This turnaround in the market this last day is a little bit like interesting from my perspective. I thought, with the unrest happening in the Middle East and all the rest of it, the market was do but like if you look at that oil price, that is a crazy, like I understand the push up because there's going to be maybe tightening of supply, but then all of a sudden it pulls back that another day. I mean, crazy stuff. And then you got G7 and you got, the US Supreme Leader having a chat with different people. uh, and then we've got this AUKUS deal. I don't know if you know about it, Darren, the submarine stuff. Okay, so we're spending supposedly spending so many billion for the US to supply nuclear subs to Australia. Three of them, I think it is. Um, but it's up for review now, and America First is an issue. So we're committing these billions of dollars to three subs, and then doing all these other things for the US so we can get access to them, and UK, but then there was a thing last night. I didn't get to watch it fully, but the US is saying, well, we don't have the skilled people to make. We need 2.2, I think it is subs made every year, and at the moment we're 1.2 or something. So we're not, so we don't have enough for what we want. So how are we going to supply any to anyone else? And the same thing in the UK. Is it BEA or BEA or something?
BAE systems. Yeah,
Yeah. So they make subs as well, nuclear subs, and so that's some issue. They're not making the ones, or they're taking too long to make them, or I don't know.
yeah,
So there's a whole thing. This, and Australia's sort of hanging off that we're going to get some subs, and there's been these people saying that we'll never get them. We'll pay in the US, and then they'll just never turn up.
yeah,
They'll just take the
yeah,
money and run. Anyway.
yeah.
But then
Sadness.
we got all this agreement, we're supposed to repair them and do stuff here in Australia, so that they've got some hanging around our place, our continent, as a deal to be able to get some. But we're going to be doing our part and then not getting anything else.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then sort of Trumpy saying, well, hey, we've got to look after America first. You guys, bad luck, you're going to miss out.
World's greatest negotiator, don't forget. So
Yeah.
that's what you're up against.
Use it as a leverage or whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
But then he's wanting critical minerals, and then he's saying, "Oh, there's a deal done with China where we got the deal." And then one of the reporters was saying he's looking at all of the Chinese media, and they're going like, "There ain't no deal. They're still trying to negotiate stuff."
Yeah. Yeah.
So talk about fake news. It's like most of well, all the stuff coming out of his mouth is pretty well fake. Oh, there's a deal. Iran and
Yeah.
Israel, the deal's imminent,
Yeah.
garbage. So, there you
Well,
go.
China has literally just obliterated us as far as
Yeah,
shipbuilding goes,
yeah,
because they've got something like 9 yards building 24 hours a day. They have like 7 submarines coming out this year, a couple
yeah,
battleships, not
yeah.
battleships, but aircraft
Yeah,
carriers, and
carriers. Yeah, yeah,
they've got. I watched one video where they're making planes. And everybody was like, "What does this big plane do?" And the big plane is just a hollowed out hole in the cargo bay. It's just a big hole with a cabin for the pilots.
yeah,
And they have removed all the pilots. And what they've done is they've gone to running it through automation for remote control, like they do with their drones.
yeah,
And inside the belly of these planes, they're putting tens of thousands of drones in them.
yeah, yeah,
So all they got to do is take the plane takes off and it
yeah,
flies out over the ocean someplace
yeah,
and drops tens of millions of drones.
yeah,
And everybody was like, "Oh, that's not going to do nothing." It's like, look at Ukraine. Don't tell me that's
yeah,
not going to do nothing.
exactly.
And the
Yeah,
guy was like, "Yeah, but we got F-35s." And they're like, "Yeah, try flying that F-35 through 35,000 drones.
yeah, yeah,
It's not going to happen."
yeah. One to thing. Yeah,
Right. So they could spend
Ukraine's.
billions on a 35, you know,
Yeah,
35 fighter jet, F-35 fighter jet, or they can spend $400 a drone and make 10 million
yeah,
of them
yeah, yeah,
for
yeah.
one plane.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they're just showing that sort of the difference in scale and the damage that can occur with just something relatively cheap.
Yeah, and the guy was like, look at Ukraine right now. It's changed
Yeah,
warfare
yeah,
completely.
yeah. And
The
they're
big
using AI, so where Russia's trying to disrupt their signal and stuff, they don't care because these things are already autonomous to a certain extent. If they lose control of them, the AI takes over and then it still searches for the target.
right, and what they did was Ukraine. So Russia sent in these drones to block signals.
Yeah.
And what they did was Ukraine created a new drone as a defensive system to shoot these things down out of the sky. So it's just like drone after drone after drone being created to combat each other and the situations.
Yeah,
Men are just
without
being taken out of it.
autonomous, so there's no people in it. The same thing we're talking. I mean, someone was saying yesterday, what's Australia doing spending whatever billion on a sub with people in it, nuclear sub? There are all these drone subs now. They can actually just send these subs out, which are, I don't know, bigger than a bathtub sort of thing. And basically they go down, they just sit on the bottom of the ocean and just wait.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they want to, a ship comes past when they want to get it, they just like up it goes, bang, torpedo out, and then just sinks back down again. Like
Yep.
the same thing as what Ukraine was using for the bridge for over to Crimea. They just have they little jet skis or little autonomous boats, just remote control with a charge in it, and they just run it into a pylon on the bridge and blow it up. It's
Mhm.
like, a couple of thousand for a little boat with a little outboard motor on it or a jet ski, and you've got yourself a
Yeah, it's the
and there's no human on it.
right. It's the same thing as the truckers. When they drove those trucks into Russia and released all the
Yeah,
drones from the back of the truck. It's the same thing. They're going to do it from the water, the land, and the
yeah,
sky.
yeah,
Drone warfare is here.
yeah,
Now it's
yeah.
just size and capability.
Well, in peacetime, it's great. You can buy F-35s and all this new, very expensive technology, mostly out of US.
Of
Um,
course.
and then Trump's going like, "Oh, you've got to increase your defense spending." It's like, yeah, but where's most of the crap coming from? All the
Mm-hmm.
big expensive stuff comes out of US. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's going to be
the guy was saying that he's an analyst, and he was saying the U.S. has been looking at war all wrong for the last decade,
correct.
where China has taken an entirely new look
Yep,
to just say the old ways are dying. There's no
correct.
reason to have 40,000 troops someplace when you could send a spy drone in and do the same damn thing of
Yep.
40,000 troops,
Yeah, without risking a person's life.
right? And do it
Mm.
remotely sitting in the Chinese warehouse somewhere.
Yep. Yeah. Anyway, well, we'll just see what happens with the whole thing at the moment. All right then. Well, I've got a few pairs here I'd like to get into after the market settles down, but we'll see. Um, summer coming, is it, Darren? You've got summer there?
Um, well, this week, yeah, warming up this week.
Wow.
Get the Barbie
Everybody.
out later in the week.
Okay.
Quite exciting for you.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah. Well, it's cold and miserable here.
Yeah.
But then again, it's still 14 degrees, so at least that's summer in the UK. So,
Well, that's right. Huh?
all right then, gentlemen. I think that's about it. We'll see. I'll have a look and see if I don't know if I get any chance today to have a look at some more of those videos, Darren. But I just found it, I found it confusing that there were a number of videos, but they have these different focuses, and so I got to work out. I wasn't sort of looking at doing 20 different EAs, um,
Yeah, fair enough.
but trying to work out what would suit me or us even in relation to that. So we'll just see. I got it VPS as well, so we'll see. Allocate something anyway. Just need the time to sit down and focus on it a bit to
Yeah.
get clear on what he's putting forward. All right. Oh, so what did it cost for that one that you're trialing? Was that a free one or
No, Euro CHF now.
one
I
ninety
think,
nine or
I
something?
think it
Or
was. Yeah, I think it was.
yeah, and that's US dollar. Yeah, yeah,
No, Euro CHF though.
yeah. But it's US dollars. The 199.
Yes. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at that as well. All right then, no worries. Until tomorrow, take it. Let's see if the market will turn around that Tuesday, Wednesday sort of look to it. All right then.
All
Ciao.
Okay.
right. Take
Bye.
care.
See you. Bye.